Alright, hello everyone, and now, this video is not normally what I normally make, because normally, I make videos about video games and all that, and, I have talked about TV shows before, but, when I have talked about TV shows, I've talked about Arrow and, Flash, comic book, TV shows and all that. And, I normally have something that kind of goes with this, when I talk about Arrow or Flash or anything comic booky, I normally have, a DC or a, Marvel vs. Capcom in the background and all that. Either way, so something to know about me, and eventually I might make a video about it, but I love That 70s Show. I'm a huge fanboy of That 70s Show. I have seen That 70s Show so many times, I can recite every single line in the show. Anything I have, as I'm watching the show, I'm saying the lines before they say it, or even when they say it. I love That 70s Show so much. I have all 8 seasons, on disc at my house. And, I love the show. I've seen it thousands of times. So, when the news came out that, they were making a sequel to it called That 90s Show, I was afraid. I was like, why are you doing this? Why are you ruining That 70s Show? Because I was like, That 70s Show didn't need a sequel. I don't think it does. Even though season 8 wasn't the best season, and in my opinion, season 8 was pretty bad, I still think it ended up. I think it ended off pretty well. And, in my opinion, it's the best sitcom ever. It didn't need a sequel, and even if you got a sequel, you can't do better than the original. But, so, Netflix has, released a trailer for That 90s Show. And, okay, I want to talk about the things that I like so far. And mainly, it's just that we have older characters coming back. We see an older version of Eric, Donna, Kelso, Jackie, Fez, Leo, Kitty, and Red, and I love this. No Hyde, unfortunately, and I don't know the state on. I know there's some legal problems, going on with his actor. I don't know if they ever made a ruling against him. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. But it is very sad not seeing Hyde there. Stephen Hyde was a huge part of That 70s Show. You can't make a sequel and not have Hyde in it. You just can't. It's really the same reason why, That 70s Show season 8. You cannot. It was one of the reasons it was terrible was because both Eric and Kelso left. And they were huge parts of the show. And it's you cannot have, having a sequel to That 70s Show without Hyde. It's wrong. I'm sorry. It's wrong. It's wrong, and you should. I can understand them being like, hey, we don't want to do it because, there's legal problems, and, especially nowadays where, just, I don't know if he's guilty or not. I think there's, rape allegations against him, and nowadays companies are just oh, we won't give you any work for that. But then, in which I understand, but it's okay, then why make a sequel to That 70s Show if you cannot, if you won't have Stephen Hyde in? Why have a why make a sequel? And it seems like one of the characters in the show is basically going to be fitting in for Stephen Hyde for being, the conspiracy person. But I don't know. But that's basically what I like, is that the older characters are coming back, and it's nice seeing them. It was kind of funny in the trailer. We see Kelso and Jackie together, and on the Netflix Twitter account, they said Jackie and Kelso's daughter. So it's oh, okay. Even the writers of That 90s Show didn't like the Fez and Jackie relationship, which I just thought was funny. But, so, other than that, I'm not excited for this show. I don't think this show is going to be good. Mainly because the jokes that were shown in the trailer, they weren't funny at all. They were honestly season 8 of that 70s show's level of bad. Where it's like, this is not even funny, and the laugh track was doing what the Big Bang Theory does. Where after everything the person says, the laugh track, goes off, starts laughing, and it's like, that wasn't funny. Like everything they said in that trailer, it wasn't funny, but you had the laugh track in the background. Now, yes, I don't think the show is out yet by the time I'm recording this video. And, when the show does come out on Netflix, I probably will watch it. I will try and watch it and, get my opinion on it. Because, again, I'm a massive fanboy of that 70s show. Again, I can recite every single line of every single episode. I love that 70s show so much. And, I know for someone like me, it's going to be hard to, convince me to like a sequel that is honestly, not about the characters of that 70s show, but instead about the kids. But from just the trailer, it's not funny. None of the jokes are funny. Like, it's season 8 levels of funny where it's trying to be funny and trying to get you to laugh, but instead it's just like it comes, they say it, they just go, okay, that's not funny. Like, that one scene that, like, they're sitting in the circle. They're doing the circle. And, the character that, in my opinion, I feel like is going to be taking over Hyde's position. And, she was like, did you hear about the Donkey Kong conspiracy? He's actually a gorilla. That's not funny. Like, I heard that, I was just, and, the laugh track going on, I'm just like, that's not funny. What was funny about Hyde's, the government has a car that runs on water, man. What was funny about it is really just Hyde's personality and the way he said it. But also, he brought it up over and over and over again. But really, there are multiple episodes where he's like, there's a car that runs on water, man. It has hyperglass air coolant and it runs on water, man. And it was funny. It's funny because he kept bringing it up. And, there was an episode where the gang even, they would get annoyed at him and throw stuff at him for saying it. But now being like, oh, did you hear the Donkey Kong conspiracy? Which I don't even know if that was a real conspiracy at all. I've never heard anybody say, oh, Donkey Kong's actually a gorilla. Like, I've never heard that conspiracy. But, I don't know. I wasn't born there in the 90s. The show just doesn't seem funny. And maybe it'll get better. Maybe that first, maybe that trailer isn't the best example. Because, that's probably from the first episode. And, I will agree, the first episode of that 70s show, it wasn't perfect, but, it was still funny. The first episode was still funny. There were still funny moments. But I don't think this show is going to be good. Like, one, that Stephen Hyde's not in it. He's not in it. And, Stephen Hyde is one of the best characters in that 70s show. And if you're going to have a sequel about that 70s show, it needs to have Stephen Hyde. I don't care what his actor did or didn't do. You cannot have a sequel to that 70s show without Stephen Hyde. And if the situation is so bad where you can't have him, okay, then don't make that show. Don't make a sequel about that 70s show with all the other actors and actresses coming back. But, I'm really happy to see, grown up Fez, Eric, Donna, Jackie, and Kelso. But come on, I want to see Stephen Hyde. I want to see his conspiracy theories go further. I don't want to just be thrown onto a different character that, frankly, I don't care about. Because, here's a friend of Eric's daughter, Leia, which, I did like that, Eric was able to name his daughter Leia. I will say I do like that. Because it kind of shows, he's still this nerdy guy who loves Star Wars. Which, honestly, I want to know his reaction after finding out Luke and Leia are brother and sister. But, I want Stephen Hyde back. I don't want this new person. I don't know. Either way, I don't think, so far from this trailer, I don't think the show is going to be good. It just doesn't look funny. It's, in my opinion, it's doing kind of what the Big Bang Theory did, where, it's everything the people, the characters say, have the laugh track laughing in the background to make you pretend that it's funny when it's not. And this is season 8 levels of of just not funny jokes, where most of the jokes in season 8 weren't funny, and partly because of Randy, but season 8 it just wasn't funny, and especially when Kelso left. I don't know. I'm rambling on. I don't even know what game I'm going to have on in the background, because I'm just going to have a video game on in the background like I normally do with all my videos. But I just want to get my opinion on it, because I'm a huge That 70s Show fan. I do want to make a video eventually about That 70s Show, going into it, talk about why it's my favorite sitcom ever, why I love it so much. But this right now, just from this trailer, it looks terrible. I'm probably going to watch it when it comes out, because get my opinions on it, and maybe it'll get better. Maybe it's better. Maybe the few clips that they showed on the trailers, maybe those just weren't that funny, which I don't know why you wanted to show the funniest clips, but I don't know. Either way, again, if you're gonna make a sequel to That 70s Show, you need Stephen Hyde. If you're not gonna get Stephen Hyde in there, don't make a sequel. And also, make it funny. I don't know. That's just, I just wanted to rant it, because I just watched the trailer and I'm not happy about it. I'm not. It really looks bad to me. It really does.